Bring up the sound. Hey, look, the sound's on.
Yay.
And
Testing,
we'll bring
testing.
up the screen. Boom. How's my hair? It's looking good. Okay.
Looking fantastic, bro.
Golf claps.
Nice. All right. Drags Keep TV is live. That's us.
What's up?
It is.
I was making sure my phone's muted, but then I got distracted by the message that said Dragons Keep TV is live. That's my life. Welcome to the life of ADHD, folks. All right. Let's check and make sure everything's going good, Bill. And we'll pump up the volume a little bit.
Oh, I bought my computer 5 years ago, and it's still wanting me to set up things every single time I restart it. It's so annoying.
Yeah, that sucks.
Windows 10 is wonderful. And by that, I mean it's not. It's okay.
Okay, we are afraid that we've lost Jared to the gods of air travel somewhere, which is a risk that we run sometimes. So Jared, if you're out there, jump on and join us. We are also missing Sully tonight. We're sad that he's gone on vacation. I tried to make sure that that was a important part of the DM's contract with my players, but apparently that was an unspoken part, that there's no vacations allowed. But that's something I wanted to talk about before we jump into this, as we do recap stuff and everything before we get into it. How's it working with you guys on just keeping a regular group together? This is our 17th episode together. We're coming up on 20.
Nice.
We missed a session last week just because two of us got sick. And one of them was me, so it's hard to play when the DM's sick. And that's happened to me before, and I've had like groups just bomb out because people get sick and you miss a week. And then the real problem is when you miss that second week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you miss the second week in a row, then all of a sudden it's a lot of people's memories are gone on what's happening. A lot of people are, trying to figure out if it's actually a priority for them to want to come and stuff. It gets hard.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do when people can't make it? So tonight we've got this emergency. Jared, we haven't heard from him yet. For all I know, he's still on a plane somewhere over the Pacific or Indian Ocean, and as he often is. But in this case, when we first started, we all agreed that if you are not here, that we're just going to kind of ghost your character along. We'll use them if they're needed, but if they're not, then they're just not here and stuff. And that happened with Troy for a couple weeks. Troy was also sick for a couple weeks, and we had to work things out. In Troy's case, though, we actually were able to find an excuse for your character to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we did with Sully tonight, too. Sully and we knew he was going to be gone, so we found an excuse for his character to be somewhere else, and it works out fine. Mark, you have a regular group that you DM.
Mm-hmm.
You do something cool, too, where you swap DMs.
Yeah. We alternate
games.
Yeah. We alternate games entirely from one week to the next, so that there's not as much DM burnout. And I will tell you that that's amazing because it keeps the continuity of the group together, but it doesn't put the pressure on a single DM to always have content every single week.
Yeah.
Gives you 2 weeks to prepare.
Yeah.
I will say that some of the less connected players kind of have a little bit of a problem jumping back and forth. But I'm okay with that. Like they can figure it out.
Right.
Like the guys that don't have quite as high of an acumen on their characters, sometimes they'll be like trying to do an ability that their other character has, right? Because that's in their mind. They're thinking, oh, I can do this. No, not in this one. But that's okay. But yeah, if we do have somebody who's missing entirely, Depending on the situation, it's a little bit bigger of a group though too. So having one person not participate in combat's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So usually we just kind of sideline them and kind of just have them tag along at the back.
It's hard. I've tried to play 2 characters before.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, because the group got too small, we went down to just 2 players.
Yeah.
At one point in the group that I was in, and so the DM was like, well, why don't we just have each of you play 2 characters?
Mm-hmm.
And I tried that, and yeah, it was rough.
Yeah,
sounds tough.
and that's actually how
Yeah.
that was our solution when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because generally there were only three of us. 1 DM, 2 players. So each player would play 2 characters.
Right.
So you had a group of 4. It worked pretty well. Basically what ended up happening is your one character was your character and the other one's kind of a henchman.
Okay.
So you'd have
Yeah.
like I
get
play
your
the
main-
fighter and the
Yep.
the rogue, and then my buddy would play a cleric and a ranger or something like that, and then the 4 of us. Yeah,
That's a
anyway,
good
so,
idea.
Right.
but that worked well
Okay.
when I was a kid. Yeah, I mean, you just kind of had this secondary character that would do things. So
Mhm. Cool. Yeah. So those are some strategies for you if you're interested in or having problems with keeping people together. I think you can manage a bigger group, and that does allow you to get away with some people having to miss sometimes.
Yeah.
It is possible to get too big of a group. Somewhere around like 7 players, it's like, combat, we're going to have to do something for combat.
yeah,
For real.
Like I started enforcing the roll all your dice at once rule at one point where, you roll your attack and all your damage all at
Mhm.
once.
Mhm.
And that way if it hits,
then
You've already got
You've
it.
already got it. Yeah,
that sped things up a little bit.
that's a really good idea.
But you got to do some other tricks and stuff. I started,
It's interesting.
one trick I like is just take the monsters and cut their hit points in half and then have them deal double damage. And that way you don't go as many rounds. But
But it still
as
feels
deadly.
threatening.
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a really good. Because typically with larger groups, because of the way that combat works in 5e, with the number of participants in the
Right.
battle, have a lot to do with. So I utilize with a larger group, I will utilize minions a lot more.
Right.
Because then in the first couple rounds of combat, there are all of these units attacking and doing a lot of damage, but
Yeah.
pretty quickly they can knock out
They
big
get the-
chunks of the
yeah,
field,
yeah.
and then they can get back in control. But at least for like second and third round, everybody's biting their nails at least a little bit.
A little bit.
right?
Ranking, yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a little bit.
So minions are something from 4th edition. Shh.
Right.
We don't speak about Bruno. We don't talk about 4th edition.
It's in the same vault as the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Yep. It's funny that they're both 4s.
Yeah.
What? Terrible.
So 4th edition had this concept of minions on the battlefield, which were monsters that had 1 hit point. And so they could do stuff,
Mhm.
and they were often to get in the way of players, which is kind of fun, because you really can flood the battlefield and get the players to all take a round dealing with the minions,
Mhm.
or maybe even 2 rounds if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. If
that
you
sets
split
up a
them
little
up.
more cinematic fights and
Mhm.
stuff too.
Well, and
That's
it
pretty cool.
also makes somebody with an area of effect spell feel like the
they
king.
can do it.
Yeah.
'Cause, they throw down a fireball and knock out half the group in front of you. That feels pretty good.
Yep.
So,
There was one game I was playing a warlock in 4th edition, and I had an ability that every time I used my step, what's it called?
Misty Step.
Misty Step
Mhm.
ability. It also dealt 2 damage to
Oh, that's
whoever was
awesome.
within 5 feet of where I stepped from. Right.
Right.
And
It's
then
kinda like
I
a minor thunder step.
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
And then I managed to find a feat that allowed you to take an extra move anytime you killed somebody.
Oh,
And so
that made the guy very mobile all of a
I
sudden.
could only go
Minions.
within, like it had to be
That's awesome.
like a 5-foot thing, right? So I had to be able
Yeah.
to keep killing somebody. But I did have one session where I was able to knock out everybody by just Nightcrawler-esque
Jumping around.
jumping around.
Team
Nice.
kill,
and
just
getting
teleport
them
kill.
all.
all
Yeah, it
over
was
the
really
place.
cool.
That's
great.
awesome.
That's cool.
So 4th edition has some fun stuff in it.
It did.
Don't write it off. It's fine. Minions, I use them as well. In fact, even recently we did in
Yeah.
a session. The
Mhm.
rabbits were all minions.
Yeah.
They were. Yeah.
They all had just 1 hit point and something like that. Yeah. Okay. let's get started then. Just to recap, also before we get into that, big thanks to our 3 new followers from the
great.
last time we met.
Fantastic.
Iron Legion 32, Frankie Lepez. It's not Lopez, it's Lepez. I don't know if he's French, maybe. And Dax DMD. Dax is actually a friend of mine who runs Dungeon Master Direct. So if you're looking for a professional Dungeon Master,
Cool.
give Dax a call.
Okay.
And tell him I sent you over. Maybe he'll send me some some love that way. But anyway, send Dax some love that way. Check him out, dungeonmasterdirect.com. Really good service. Great for parties, great for corporate things, and also great for just a group that needs a good DM. So, okay. Now let's jump into, let's get started with some introductions. How about that? And bring up our character sheets. Come on.
Computers are fun. Gosh, finally got mine back up after 17 minutes.
Nope.
Never had a laptop run at 100% capacity at all times, and I've had to force it to stop. It's very strange. And then things start crashing.
Yeah, let's think about PCs. They definitely have a shelf life.
Yeah.
Why did I lose that? Come on, guys.
And this one was refurbished.
Mm.
Which means I hope I got a good deal on it from Newegg. It's lasted this long, so.
Well, Newegg's not a bad website at all.
No.
That's a good, that's
Yeah,
a good place
I
to
love
get stuff.
Newegg.
They'll get you hooked up.
Definitely. I think I've relied on them more for every computer I've ever built. I don't think I've ever gone anywhere else, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for just parts.
I've bought stuff off Amazon.
Yeah. But it's been a while since I've had the money to build a computer, so. Oh well. Still fun.
All right, fine. We'll do it this way. Fine, be that way. All right, let's start with Mark. Tell us
Yeah.
who you're playing. I've got Eddie up on the character sheet now.
Yeah, Mark Welch. I'm playing Eddie, the trickster cleric. He is enjoying himself trying to help, this mystery has just got him gripped. He's ready to. He wants to find out, what's going on and where these Dragonborn have been going. If they haven't, if it hasn't been a natural thing, or where they're coming from, and also try to keep them from being exploited. It's something that he does not like very much. So that's Eddie in a nutshell, I think.
Awesome. What made you pick Timora for a D&D there?
I really like the luck randomness part of it, because she is a trickster god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense, but she's also listed, with a good alignment still. So that's what I would.
So I think it's cool.
That's a neutral good.
Yeah, and it's fun to see because you kind of when we were first playing, I kept thinking you were a rogue,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and then I
Myself,
the background of him being a street urchin and
Yeah.
some of the things I took,
Yeah.
it was very roguish, because I feel like I always would prefer to sneak and hide than go full battle in any D&D scenario. That's just me.
Yeah.
It's more fun that way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like Eddie.
Love
I've
that.
seen plenty of clerics of the dead, necromancer type clerics and stuff like that. This is the first time I've seen somebody play a trickster cleric.
yeah,
That's good
and
stuff.
I kind of like
That's very cool.
I like the aesthetic. It's fun.
Yep. All right, and we have Troy playing Jin.
Yep.
Tell us about Jin, Troy, and about yourself.
Troy Bird, been playing for about a year and a half, I think, concurrently. And it's my longest campaign. It's awesome. Jin is a kind warlock, descended from dragons. Descended, not directly, but descended from our patron herself, actually. And he is kind of her informant, and has joined up with the group for this recent adventure. And I think Yeah, I've always wanted to play a heavy mage of some kind, like a very armored mage, and I don't know if that's possible, but I've got wings and I've got shields, so
Nice.
we'll see how long he survives.
Cool. And
So,
Troy's our first player to actually switch characters
Yep.
in game to try something new, which is great.
Yeah.
We bring in guest players all the time too, so we get to see lots of new stuff. What made you want to try? What made you want to try Jin out? Is it just that you wanted to try that archetype, or what?
I said warlock, but I meant sorcerer. I've
Yeah.
always wanted to play a sorcerer. I've just never had the chance.
Nice.
Yeah, and it seems a lot of fun with the Misty Step and the frozen stuff that I got going on right now. So it's just fun.
Right on.
So and Tobias is still kicking.
Well, I was going to say
He's
anytime a player is ready to move on from a character,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely the best thing. You're in your best interest as a DM to help facilitate that as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Or you'll lose that player. They will no longer want to play.
Exactly.
And I've seen it when you have a good min-maxer in the group who's happens to play, like, say, a ranger, and then someone who's more novice and also plays a ranger, and now that other ranger feels deflated the whole time because the min-maxer's just outshining them, and that's when you really need to help that player make a character switch.
Yeah.
However you do it.
Yep.
I had a guy...
Especially if they're new.
Yeah.
Geez,
I had a player who played 12 levels of ranger, and we brought in another ranger player, and it's exactly that scenario. We had a min-maxer and a first-timer, and after about 2 more levels, I think it was about level 14, he said, "Hey, can I change my class?" And I said, "Yeah, let's figure out a way." So he ends up taking massive damage from a fall.
Yeah.
And I just said, "Oh, your amnesia is now cleared."
You told me about
And,
amnesia.
yeah, because he didn't want to come up with the background again because he's
Yeah,
a
I
new
love
guy.
it.
So he said, "Oh, my guy has amnesia," and I said, "Okay, well now your amnesia's gone and you're actually a druid, not a ranger. Go!" And it worked great
love
because
it.
that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a
That's so
he wanted to be a druid.
That's so
So
good.
we just kind of played it off that all of a sudden he realized who he really was.
That's
and
awesome.
he was a druid. And stats are similar druid to ranger, so it worked out
Nice.
perfectly. So.
So that is cool. One thing I've really liked about our group, can I just say, like, it feels like we're all like on an even playing field, like power wise, which is great because I never want to be that guy. I always try to be that guy, but I'm just not that guy.
I'm not very good at it either.
I like
Trickster
that.
Cleric,
Yeah.
as everyone knows, is one of the weaker cleric subclasses, but Cleric's
It's so
good.
much fun. Yeah.
It's so much fun though. I've
Yeah.
had so much fun with it, so it doesn't bother me.
Yep.
So
Go team, go.
Nice. Okay, let me turn on some Fog of War here.
oh
Oh,
Not there. You can keep looking at that.
oh
it's not foggy there. We left a bunch of dino bodies though.
we did.
Yeah, we did.
Thanks to Kelvin.
Yeah. I'm just not liking chromatic orb. Just the fact that it missed. Dang.
It's a tough one.
And there goes the turn.
And there goes your spell slot too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another-
Well, that's not a first level, is it? That's a cantrip.
It's a first level.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, chromatic orb. But which is why I might angle for more. Area
I thought one of the
effect
cantrips were do or die.
Oh yeah, I don't. I got, there's a few first
Yeah.
level, like catapult is one. It either
That's
hits or
true.
misses.
That's
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I usually just play area effects
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I always start looking at, okay, well, if I'm having a hard time hitting, then what's the save on my next, the dex save
Yeah.
or whatever.
Exactly.
So,
Oh, okay. All right. You have successfully rescued and kind of left in a shambles. You've successfully rescued.
left the town without a mayor.
Yeah.
He's still there. Mostly.
Yeah.
Okay. You
I made
successfully rescued Felden.
Made sure he had his
And
white
you've left the
strip.
town of Palem in somewhat of a shambles now, with no mayor, as you've mentioned. But you, in the process
fault.
of the rescue, you also had to flee kind of a marauder force of Kine dinosaurs that were coming after you.
Mm-hmm.
Pack
And
raptors.
we just decided we're going to call them dinosaurs because it's
It's
way
easy.
easier than trying to make up some other
Yeah.
lizard terminology, which I fumbled around with about 3 or 4 sessions ago. Sorry about me having to listen to me talk my way around the word dinosaur for 2 hours. Okay. That you're still fleeing the town. We're going to take you guys out of
Yeah.
Palem now. Let me get roll 20 to cooperate. And we'll just plop you down outside of Palem in a field somewhere. Okay, so you've got, no thanks. You've got Felden, and you have his wife and his daughter.
We also have
Hopefully they can point us in a
Kurdath, right?
You have Kurdath with you.
Kurdath with us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get you out to a field.
Speaking of which, I should probably ask him if he has a safe place to lay low, considering, I don't know, if he has family nearby. His family has family.
Who's that?
The farmer.
Oh yeah, this is what we need to try to discern.
Yeah.
Like, where is this cave, and then where can we get you? You know, where you're not going to have problems with the town. But then again, now that he's released and the mayor's gone, maybe he could plead his case with the town, and
That's true.
or I guess just show back up. I mean, who's going to say? He'd just say, "Oh, well, we've been visiting family."
Yeah, exactly.
That's all. If anybody knows different, they're not going to say anything, right?
Exactly. Anybody who does, well, it's all right. We'll come back and finish the job. No.
Where's my crossroads map? Here we go. Ah! How do I get maps to not load into Roll20 as token-sized things?
Oh, you have to put them in the background section
That's
first.
right. I'm putting them in as an object.
Yeah, if you put them in as an object, but then sometimes you still have to stretch them,
Okay.
depending on what the original format is.
There we go.
Yeah, it immediately wants to make everything a token,
Yes.
unless you tell it otherwise.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
funny.
All right, you've found a nice crossroads where you feel like you're far enough outside of Palem now, and Felden and his family feel like they can head off on their own without running into trouble again. Dang it! Did I drop you guys in on the background? Yes, I did.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, because I can see the lines through us.
Thanks, me.
I'm not selectable.
One
Oh, there you
second.
go. Now I'm selectable.
All right. Yeah, in addition to watching a game, you also get to get tutorials on how to play with Roll20 as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. All right. Let's see. When you get out there, though, Sully has kind of a moment where he actually starts talking to his mountain lion pet and realizes that there is something he needs to find out about what's going on back where he's from, back in the dark forest that his family is from. So he actually takes his leave of you guys temporarily until he can figure out what's going on there.
Sounds good. I was going to say, the mountain lion started talking too, which was surprising.
That's correct. Yeah, we had our first fatality, and it turned out to be temporary in the end. So I'll keep working on it. One day, I'll drop you guys.
Exactly.
I've been close a couple times.
Yes, that's my goal. Just get you close every time.
Yeah.
Okay, you are here then. It is morning.
Okay.
And you're helping Felden get some stuff together so that he and his family can take off. And their plan is to, he says, I think we'll head back into Hopestad and try and find some refuge with the monks there. Perhaps the order can shelter us for a while until this starts to blow over.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Actually, I don't know, how long you want to stay out of Palem, but I think that you'll have a clear, the coast will be clear when you head back, unless you think the mayor's wife was in on it pretty heavily. Was she a driving factor? They were in it together?
They were always two peas in a pod.
Okay.
When it came to keeping everything in Palem under their control. I'm sure she knew something about it.
Well, that's unfortunate. So that's where you were going to head. We did, if you have the time and the inclination, we heard that this cave may have been somewhere that you were that Kurdath was found in. That is on your land or somewhere that you know. Could you direct us to that location? Because we'd like to be able to do a little investigation there, if possible.
I think I can help you.
Okay.
And out of appreciation for everything that you've done for my family and I feel like I can trust you. Down to the southeast of my farm, there are some hills that go up into let me bring up the map real quick. Show you guys what he's talking about. I don't know if you'll actually be able to see it or if I'll have to scroll around.
Southeast, did you say?
Yeah, it's southeast of where we're at now.
Awesome.
And
Picture loaded really small in the lower left-hand corner. I don't know if that's
really weird.
All of it or only part of it.
That's so weird. Try again. Boom.
Big map.
All right, so you guys are down here at Hopestad.
We're still south of...
Just south of Hopestad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he sends you in the direction that's going to take you over... Sorry, southwest. I said southeast because I'm backwards.
Mm-hmm.
But in an area southwest of his farm, there's a stream that runs up towards the Everlasting Peak and into some canyons and mountains there. And it was in that stream that he found the Dragonborn child.
Oh, just in the
was
stream.
it in the stream?
Hmm.
Like on a raft of reeds, Moses style?
Moses style, yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it Moses style. No.
Okay.
He was... no, and what you know from Kurdath is that generally they just escaped by finding a strange way out of these caverns that they were living in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Kurdath remembers the river.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Yeah, if you could help me get to the river, I think I could probably
Yeah, I'm sure
help you from there."
Perfect.
Okay. Well, Felden, thank you so much for giving us the information we need, and I apologize for the inconvenience I'm sure that this has had on you and your family. And to help you on your way, I'm going to take 20 gold pieces and give it to him, just to help him reestablish himself.
Oh no, please.
No, it's the least that we can do. Thank you so much for the information. Yeah, thank you for taking care of Kurdath in the way that we should as beings, as human people, or as races, as intelligent races, and treating him the way he should have been treated versus the way that the mayor wanted to, and all these other factions. So thank you, and. Let Timor smile upon you. Do what you can to rebuild.
The gods bless you, his wife says,
Mm-hmm.
and his daughter comes up and tugs on your sleeve.
Yeah.
Is the baby okay?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I guess it wasn't a baby, little boy.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the little boy okay?
He sure is. Yeah. He's doing great. He's with a a very powerful person that can keep him safe, and that's what we're going to do with Kurdath here too, is to reunite him with his brother Drevin and keep him safe.
And any others we come across.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you run into any other trouble, let the monks know. They'll let us know. We'll be back.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Because they have a connection with Lady Sylvana, the monks do?
Yes,
or no?
the leader.
Mm-hmm.
You met with the leader of the order,
Mm-hmm.
and she had met Sylvana before. And she
Okay.
was traveling around. Yeah.
Perfect.
She has her ways.
Felden says, "Come on, Cheryl," and gestures at his wife, and she once again bows and is just over the top grateful for what you've done. And they head off to the north and roundabout. They're following this little wall up to the north, and they'll head off to back to Hopestad in kind of a roundabout way.
Awesome.
Leading you guys to head off to the southwest.
Okay. So we have a general idea of the direction. And
He gives you directions to his farm
Okay.
and tells you that the canyon's on the west side of his farm and runs up to the north and back towards the Everlasting Peak.
Okay.
Gotcha.
There's a spring water that comes down and forms into a little creek.
Okay. So yeah, we head towards his farm then.
All right.
Let's check the farm out first and just see
See if
what.
anybody's
Yeah,
home.
see what's happened there.
See if
Yeah.
anybody's home who shouldn't be home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The farm itself is pretty ransacked.
Is it?
You don't know by who. You can assume maybe the mayor and his goonies.
Mm-hmm.
His goonies. He's not a 1980s movies fan. His goons have been through the place, but the farmhouse itself is ransacked. It's just crops, just
Above
fields
above
of
and beyond civil forfeiture.
yes, exactly. There's no livestock to be seen anywhere anymore, and he's just got his field off, and then off across the west field, you can see kind of a dip where a little crevasse might be,
Okay.
or irrigation ditch kind of place might be running through.
Okay.
Okay.
And is that the kind of where we thinking the start of the stream would be, or at least
Right.
a way to get there?
Right.
Then yeah, well, if we don't find anything, of import or anything that seems interesting here, then we'll just move on, and we'll let Kelvin be the one to try to get us there through the wild.
Okay.
So
Let's use your ranger then to make some.
He likes the mountains, right?
Yes.
yeah, it is his favorite terrain. So would
Once
it
you head
be
back up into the canyon, yeah, we can actually make him some survival checks
Okay.
and see what he can do there.
Okay. Would that be with advantage, or because we're in the
In his favorite terrain, yeah, he gets advantage on it.
Okay. So here would be the first. Oh wow, a 7 and an 8 for a total of 12.
Okay. Is that survival or nature? What's his
That's,
better one?
that was survival.
Survival is his best one, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. With a 12, he has to kind of lean on Kurdath's descriptions of some things to help
Okay.
you find out where you're going. So it takes a little bit longer.
That's kind of on par.
Yeah.
For Kelvin.
Yeah.
So
And that's okay.
But it is successful.
okay.
Lower than that, you guys probably would have gotten lost for a
Alright.
little bit.
Good thing to
Lower than
balance
10,
here.
you probably would have gotten lost for a little bit. So that's good.
Mhm.
The as you are wandering up this little creek, it turns into, like I said, more of a stream that's running down this crevasse that leads up into the mountains a little bit. Kurdath remembers, what are some landmarks that he might remember? He probably remembers a big giant boulder.
Yeah. So he recognizes a boulder and a bend in the stream, I would say. Yeah. And where he's just, oh yeah. I've been here, kind of a situation, right?
Yep.
And kind of encourage us and move us along. So did you have to come down a big slope or anything, or did you come out at the bottom of this washway?
He thinks for a minute. He says there was a big drop where I had to jump off into a pool.
Oh, okay.
And so you head up a little
Waterfall
ways. You can
time.
hear a waterfall
Yeah.
up ahead a little bit.
Perfect.
And he seems more and more confident the further you go along, until you finally come to a tiny hole, big enough for a man to squeeze through, where the water is running out, and basically is where this spring starts.
Okay.
It's
Where-
just above
where it
the
emerges from like
yeah,
the inside the mountain.
just above this, like a third pool of where this river's at. You've got several steps up into this canyon, and you finally find this little triangle-shaped crack in the rocks where you can. Let's see, who's the biggest? Kelvin's the biggest.
Yeah. for
Barely
sure.
big enough for him to squeeze through. He's
Squeeze
going to
in.
have to take some of his gear off and drag it behind him in a bag or something like that, a sack
Okay.
or something to get through.
Okay. Well.
Gotcha. Wish I had move earth.
Yeah. Let me see if I have any other cantrips or anything that might help.
Could spend a few hours with Mage Hand.
The
Take it
first
off.
thing I will do is I will cast light on my favorite coin,
Okay.
and then I will just kind of hold it up and see what I can see inside in the mouth of the cave here.
Okay. You hear water, and you can see your light reflecting off of the stream onto the walls, and that goes down for quite some way. And inside, it just looks... Yeah, the light, it goes on for a ways. And so it just grows darker and darker as you're looking into it.
Okay.
In fact,
Keeps
I'll move your map over now. How
Okay.
about that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not that it'll help you to see anything, but you'll have a map. You guys are going to be in the middle of everything. Let's see. Dang it. I put the map on the token layer again. I gotta cut
So-
that out.
Prestidigitation can like start a campfire, but it can't create a light, or at least a sustained light, right?
Yeah, you could use it to start a torch on fire.
Yeah, just
But it's just gonna sparkle.
yeah.
For a couple seconds.
It is the wizard's lighter. Just
Yeah.
Well, and also with light, it's a cantrip, so I can
That's true.
initiate something of yours if you'd like me to as well. So we have a couple
You
of
can
different.
light up the staff.
Yep, we'll do that. I
That'll
will
work.
cast light on the staff.
All right.
Got a Gandalf thing going on now.
You're right. And the stream is deep enough that we can kind of just wade through it.
It is actually really shallow
Okay.
at this point. You're walking in maybe up to your ankles,
Okay. Okay.
and so
Yeah,
crawling
that's
through
not
it. Crawling through it's not going to be a problem.
So,
Aside from just getting wet.
yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Boom. All right. Big black screen.
All right, so
Yeah.
I would say we'll just start kind of slowly advancing forward, and I would definitely let Kelvin go first, and I will cast another light source on something of his. So let's have it be on his
Keep low and slow.
one of his arrows that he has knocked.
Okay.
So there's light projecting off the end of the arrow as he's
Yeah.
walking along here.
Pretty
And then I'll be right behind him, and yeah, we definitely want to keep Kurdath behind us.
All right.
So that's a good marching order.
Yep.
Reveal areas. You continue to crawl forward.
Oh, it's still crawling, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It widens up a little bit here. and then it branches off. What do you guys do? At this point, though, Kurdath is not sure where he came down. He just came because he's going the opposite direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just following
so
the
he
stream
probably
down.
didn't even notice that there was a fork.
Yeah, branches.
All right. So what do you guys want to do to decide which way to go?
Well, I will. Hang on, I gotta check to see if I got something.
Is there just an ever constant sound of water, or is there a sound of falling water more distantly in either direction?
All right, let's give Jin, and I'm going to try and be better at this. But let's give Jin an inspiration die too, for focusing on because his sight's not great.
Yep.
So focusing on his sense of sound to try and figure out where you might go, and then go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have augury, or I was gonna do.
Oh
augury.
yeah,
I didn't prepare it. I picked
That's a
something
good
else. Yeah.
Hi-yo. So that would be a 12, and then how does inspiration work? Just you
can use it as an advantage.
Just an advantage?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's not get lost in here. I'll go ahead and use it right away. 10. So, yeah, 12. 2 10s.
You hear
That's
water coming from both directions. And just every time you think, oh, maybe it's louder this way, you're like, oh, no, maybe it's louder to the left. I don't know.
Let's see.
What's Eddie doing?
Well, Eddie is going to. First of all, he started getting out his stuff to do augury, and then realized, oh, no, I didn't prepare that one. So then,
I have an idea, though.
Yeah, what's that?
Prestidigitation can make noises.
Okay.
Little clicking
Little
noises.
click noises, yeah.
I can twist it into distance and see maybe if I can hear an echo in either direction, wider or
Like it's larger
more
or
narrow.
smaller.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe judge
Use some
size
echolocation.
plus distance. Yeah. Again, I'm not echolocating but exactly, but let's see. I've got, what's a distance spell with sorcery? It's 30 feet, right? Adding a 30-foot range to touch or doubling a ranged spell.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll just try and, in essence, toss a click down the right fork and just hear for what happens.
Okay. Down the right fork.
Yeah. Whether
You
or not
hear-
that's 60 to distance or further.
How far is your light source go? Is it 15 feet?
It is 30-60, I believe, but let me go
Okay.
look.
Right.
It is.
You guys will see all the way down to here too.
Oh, precision is 10 feet, so
10 feet.
40 feet. Yeah, 40
Okay.
feet in that direction. Yeah.
20 foot. No, I'm sorry. 10 feet. Let's see. Bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. So 40 feet is all we can see.
That curves around, and that curves around there. So that's where the light ends for
Okay.
you.
Well,
Down to the right, you hear a louder echo
so it
than
sounds
to the
larger.
than to the left.
Okay.
Okay.
So it sounds
Bigger
like it would be a
cavern,
bigger cavern.
Okay. Well, let's try that out first. But before we move on, and we are all speaking in whispered tones, I will get out my coin and flip it, and then ask Timor to help hide us, and cast Pass Without a Trace. So all the shadows in here darken.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and extinguish everybody's light sources except for mine, and then I'll put it in a pocket, and then let our sight adjust enough, and then just kind of slowly move around this corner in the dark for now.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Yeah.
shine a light once we get to where we couldn't see before. I'll give it a kind of a quick flash through into that tunnel over there
All right.
to see what we can see.
Okay. Down to the left. Or sorry,
To my right.
to your right. Yes.
Yep.
As you come up around this way, it curves up this way once again, but the tunnel gets taller, and you're able to
Stand
we're
up.
able to stand up fully. Where right now you're
Okay.
crouching.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Then we'll stand up and let's just keep continuing on. And I'm shrouding the light as much as I possibly can, just so that we can just barely see enough to
Okay.
navigate and stay quiet and stay in the shadows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it. Now I gotta readjust some things, but I didn't have the map in the right spot.
Ah.
I'll fix it.
Cool.
All right. You come up to another bend up here on the right side.
Okay.
There you go. It's not bad.
All right. Well, we'll continue to stealthily go around that
Yeah.
that
it's
next corner.
Off to the left.
All right, Eddie, you hear,
Nice and carefully.
once you get up to this corner, you hear what sounds like a waterfall
Oh.
up ahead of you.
Okay. Well, then we'll make our way to that sound.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
Let's unhide it. All right, what are you... So you're in the dark now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have you make
Okay.
a perception check, and this one's going to be based on smell.
Smell.
Yep.
Okay.
Love that.
Who did you want to have make that?
Everybody.
Okay.
Cool. Yo. Oh my gosh, that is 3 10s in a row. That is a 12.
You say perception, right?
Yep.
23 for Eddie, and not so good for Kelvin. 10 for Kelvin.
Okay. Kelvin's in the lead, unfortunately.
Kelvin and I are averaging.
And just as he is walking up to and around this corner,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, hearing this waterfall up ahead, Eddie smells something that smells really acidic
Okay.
in the air.
Mm.
Just a sudden change where you just get a whiff of something that really just burns your nostrils.
Okay.
And just as you sense this, Kelvin screams up ahead of you
Okay.
and pulls his foot back from where he was trying to step out of the water a little bit,
Okay.
and jumps to the side. He takes 1d10,
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
6 acid damage,
6 acid damage. Okay.
and has thrown himself up against the wall of the cavern.
Okay. So he just jumps back and
Yep.
screams. Okay.
Yep.
So I will go ahead and just reveal my light in its entirety to see if I can see what it is that we're looking at here.
Has our water turned to acid?
You see a patch of green algae-looking slime
Mm-hmm.
that is growing underneath the water right here and slightly up the side of the slightly up this side of the cavern.
Okay.
And it undulates as
all good slimes do.
Kelvin pulls himself away from it. So he's jumped himself over to this side of the cabin.
Oh, okay.
Cavern.
Well,
Ooh, am I seeing any others on the ceiling?
Yeah, if it's looking like it's undulating, yeah, I'll look up above. That's true. Make sure nothing's going to drop on us.
There are patches of it. With your light up now, there are patches of it on the ceiling, and on the walls.
Okay.
Going forward from here.
Okay. Well, I will attempt to use Sacred Flame to try to burn a path that we might be able to get through here clearly with. So I'll just start casting Sacred Flame and see if I can
I was going to say,
clear us a little spot.
Kurt F., do you remember any of these?
Yeah. Well, that's a good question.
He does not. He does not remember getting attacked on the way out, but it was very dark. Somehow he made it past this without.
Potentially.
Potentially.
We may not be in the right place.
Yeah.
It's true.
Does the Sacred Flame have an effect when I first hit it?
How much damage does it do?
It's a dexterity saving throw 15, 2d8. So you
do not make any dexterity saves. So they're staying right there, except for just falling every now and then.
8 damage.
Okay. That burns off the slime that's on the right-hand side of the cavern walls and allows you to move along. There are some patches underwater still that you're going to have to jump over as you make your way through.
Okay.
So make an athletics check. Or just make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
Is the water moving quickly? It's ankle deep at this point.
It is...
knee deep?
Yeah,
ankle deep?
it's ankle deep still, but getting a little bit deeper as you're approaching a kind of a pool in the...
18 for Eddie.
18's great.
Mm-hmm.
He successfully hops, skips, and jumps his way across and over.
Okay. And then I will, once I'm across, I'll do what I can to help to aid Kurdath to come across.
Kurdath is gingerly making his way across.
Let me, if the water's not moving too well, it depends on how much this can do. How much solidification can happen with some ice magic here? See if we can.
With your help, though, he gets a 16.
Okay.
Instead of a 1, so he makes it.
Good. Okay.
Sorry,
so
ice magic.
Yeah, I was going to see about. Oh, I need to fix my spell slots. That's weird. Or something happened when I leveled up. Let me fix it here. That one area, cone of cold.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure exactly how powerful that would have to be to make a solid floor.
Sure,
but
give it a try.
Okay.
How much cold damage does it do?
3d8.
3d8. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's say if you can roll. I mean that's pretty frozen. If you can roll up in the higher, above average on that, then you can freeze up some of the water. It's moving fast though, but
1.
Well, just roll the damage for it.
Oh, just damage.
Yeah,
okay.
You don't need to worry about hitting the slime. any slime that, or any of this green algae slime that you hit gets a nice frosty casing of ice over the top of it.
So 8.
Just 8 total?
Yeah.
Okay. The water itself chills.
Yeah.
You know, like it's coming out of a refrigerator now. Although it was pretty cold to start with. It chills but does not freeze solid, so you'll still need to make your way across it. But you're able to kill off a bunch of slime that's on the top of the cavern as well.
That works.
It
stiffens up and stops kind of waving around a little bit.
Yeah. That is good. I was going to say, it doesn't need to be alive, technically, for us to get hit by acid, though, right?
You got a nice casing over it, though. It's not going to be secreting anything through the frost that's on it now.
Okay, that's good. What did I do? Okay.
guys can actually see a little bit farther than what I'm showing you right now too. And then right here, if I get rid of that, there we go. Right down here, the wall of the cavern has come down a little bit, and you can see that it turns off to the south here. That way.
Okay. But we were all successfully able to get around that.
What was Kelvin's?
Oh, I didn't. I thought Kelvin was on the other side already, or does he need to make one?
So just to get through this patch of stream, it's basically what
okay.
you're doing is getting from here, where you're at, down to here.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So just a dexterity saving throw for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 or higher.
How about 17?
That's great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And how is Jin's?
We are 17.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. You guys slide
18.
past burning and freezing the algae as you go until you get to this little part where you can see over or see through a crack in the wall a large pool of water with a waterfall at the top of it.
And are we at the top of the wall? No, there's the pool. Okay.
Yeah.
And the waterfall's coming from our left, falling down into the...
Yeah, the waterfall's right here. Boop.
And so I look at Kurdath and say, do you remember this area?
He does not. I don't think there was a pool. I mostly just splashed around through the stream, but everything's all different in here. It was so dark before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So using my light source, I'll walk up kind of to the where it looks like the footing's still sure and try to see how deep the pool looks like it is. Is it the same depth as the stream we're in, or is it deeper?
It's deeper. The pool here goes down maybe 3 or 4 feet. You can't where it's close to you,
Okay.
and then
Gotcha.
there's no visible exit for the water, so it must go somewhere underneath from there and flow out somewhere.
Okay. Do I see, other than the upper above the waterfall there? Do we see any entrances or anything that could lead somewhere else?
Make an athletics check to climb up the waterfall a little bit and see.
Oh.
Are you looking at the top of the waterfall?
I was actually looking at the room itself first.
Oh,
I
okay.
think, just to see if I saw anything else, any other exits besides this waterfall.
No. You see
Okay.
another patch of that green slime over here on this side of it, though.
All right.
If you
Stay
come down
away
into
from
this.
that crap over there.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'll try to get a. Well, maybe we might want to have Kelvin try first, because my athletics is pretty bad. So we'll have Kelvin give it a shot first,
All right.
and I will help him see as I can, even though I'm not super strong. With that, grant him advantage. Or actually, you know what? We'll just give him guidance. That makes it even easier. Then he just gets a plus D4. I'm on the wrong sheet. So let's see, athletics. I'll get plus a D4 to that. Seven.
Oh. All right. Making another athletics check for swimming.
Okay.
Guidance was good.
As you slip down.
Because that was that a nat one?
It was a natural one with a 1 on the 4 as well. It's
Yeah.
like literally the absolute worst that he could roll. Okay, so now an athletics
You
saving throw? Or?
make it up about halfway up the waterfall until you grab a slippery rock and fall
Okay.
right into the water.
All right.
And this part is the deepest part of the pool,
Okay.
and you're struggling to stand up from the bottom. So make a athletics check. to
Athletics
swim.
check? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Try this again.
Go.
Now that's a 20.
That's much better.
21. 21.
Okay. You splash and coughing and sputtering make your way back over to the edge of the pool.
Okay.
you want Kelvin to take a shot at it, or?
That was Kelvin, actually.
Oh, that was Kelvin.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
Kelvin, not
Sorry, not
Eddie.
you.
No, it's okay.
Kelvin is
Yeah.
not the best climber, apparently.
Well, I mean,
But he swims like a champ.
yeah, apparently.
All right. No extra damage from that, and his foot feels a little bit better being in the cold water.
Oh, okay, great.
That's nice.
Okay, good.
He is missing the bottom of his shoe, though.
Oh.
His boot.
Like the heel's gone, that would be...
Yeah, right underneath the ball of his foot. How about that?
Okay.
It's going to be annoying if he steps on any sharp rocks.
Okay, so I am going to... So Eddie is going to take a look at his equipment really fast and see if I have anything that might help us out.
That's a good idea. In the meantime, just for fun, let me shoot a prestidigitation without distance, so 10 feet.
Okay.
Just to the top of it.
Yeah.
Just a little click, and here for the echo. See how much distance we've got going on back there.
Make a perception check with advantage again. Since you're getting some help from that.
17. 18.
18.
18.
Okay. It goes back quite a ways.
Okay.
You can hear it echo repeatedly
Yeah.
several times.
So quite the cavern.
So really all I have is a thing of rope, and then let's see what Kelvin has. He might have some, hopefully he's got pitons or something. No, all he has is rope.
Yeah, I've got rope, and I've got I've got an astrolabe.
You could tie the rope to the astrolabe and use it as a
There you go. We have a celestial ladder.
celestial ladder.
That's wonderful.
Okay, Eddie will just give it a shot.
Alright.
I'll give myself guidance and try to climb up there.
All right.
And it's athletics, or would I be able to use
Athletics.
acrobatics at all? No?
No, athletics on
Okay,
this one.
athletics. That is really bad for me. So even with guidance, it's not going to be great. 7, 6. So I probably
6.
fall as well.
You also slip down. It's just too wet for you guys to make it up there.
Okay. What the crap are we going to do to get our butts up there? Can you fly at all?
I'm trying to. I can't fly, but I can.
That one.
Give me enough time, and I'll make a ladder out of ice if I have to. Dang it. Let's see. I was trying to see. Mage Hand only has 10-pound capability, so.
But Mage Hand could potentially take a rope up there and tie it off.
You're smarter than I am. Let's do that. Okay. But yeah, if there's
Would
anything
we
I
be
can
able to do that?
Yeah.
latch that rope around.
We'll give that a shot then. We will have him attempt to tie it off with a Mage Hand
Great.
to where
Yeah.
it give us, I would hope, a little easier time climbing up.
Yep, and thanks to telekinetics, I've got a 60-foot range on that thing, so. A sicky little dragon.
Okay.
Well, not dragon. Kind of dragon.
After a
It's
moment, you find a rock to tie the rope around and loop it through, and then tie a big knot on the end of it to get it stuck up there.
Okay.
Go ahead and make another climb check, this time with advantage now.
Okay. Do you want to go or do you want to?
I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll climb up there.
All right?
So it's athletics?
Yep.
Okay. Nope. Yep.
You guys can all make it if you want to.
14.
Okay. Yes. A 12 will get you up. A 10 will actually get you up there with the rope.
Cool.
Okay. well, let's try this again. Eddie's going to give himself guidance even still because his athletics is miserable. Okay, there we go. 16
All right.
for Eddie. And then Kelvin is going to try 9.
9. Is that with advantage?
That's not with advantage.
Okay.
There you go. Now that's
There
20.
we go.
All right.
We slipped again. We weren't sure, but he made it.
You find the river heads up, and we're going to go to another map.
Awesome.
this one. Come on. There we go. Oh, you can't even see yourself if you're under the fog of war. Can ya?
If it's completely blackout, no.
Okay. You guys will come up this way. Bloop.
Ooh, sweet.
All right.
We got walkways.
Yeah, so we see some like built structures here.
Yes. So you see some walkways heading up this way. And then this is a big old cavern with a little pond here. And then the stream also runs off this way a little bit.
Gotcha.
But it looks like, so we'll climb. I guess we climb up on the pathway there
Okay.
and go and cross,
Yeah.
and
You
then
see-
continue over to that other
Any signs of life?
bridges. Yeah. Again, we're moving stealthily. Pass Without Trace is still going unless it's been over an hour.
Great.
Yep.
And I'm shrouding the light as much as I can, just letting out as little as possible so that we can see enough to move along, but hopefully not, announcing our presence like a beam of light would
Right,
be in the dark.
right.
Telltale heart.
Yeah.
Amounts of light.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
right, just between my fingers, just barely letting any of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, you shine your light around the cavern, and this is as far as you can see as you scan around.
Mhm.
You see that that there are some little bridges and other human-made, something-made structures around the path this time. What you see over here also is that the cavern looks to be more cut out into tunnels. That's up in this area, heading up this way.
So more engineered versus natural.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Kurdath gets excited when he sees that. He says,
Okay.
"Oh, it's the halls. It's the hallways."
Oh, okay. So is there anything that we need to be worrying about through here?
There's still a ways before we get to my brothers. I wasn't supposed to come down these hallways.
Okay. Well, let's press on.
Yeah.
I wandered for a long time.
I was going to say,
Mm.
you weren't kept in by overseers of any kind, were you?
Just the voice.
Just the voice.
I wasn't supposed to go where I went, and it was usually covered up by the wall, the gooey wall.
What's the gooey wall?
It's just what we called it.
Oh, okay.
It
Is
was
it gooey?
It was gooey and
Kind of like those things back there?
no,
No,
it
different
was
goo.
just a gooey wall. It bounced a little bit, but the voice didn't like us to touch it.
Mm.
One day it was gone, and I wandered down a little bit. And when I went to go back, there it was again, and I couldn't get back to to my brothers and sisters.
So do you think you could take us to the gooey wall from here? Or no? Because of the wandering?
Maybe,
All right.
if we saw it.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah, you tell us if we see it,
Mm.
and we'll just continue on.
All right.
Were there ever any angry sounds associated with the gooey wall?
No, we just weren't supposed to touch it. But sometimes we did.
Yeah, there you go. That's correct. Okay.
Who's going first down this hallway?
I will. Let's have Kelvin kind of go first. I'm trying to give him just a little bit of light with my coin here, and I'll stick right behind him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have him make a perception check with disadvantage this time, since the light is not great.
That's not perception. Okay.
I mean, I know that Kelvin would probably put himself in front too,
Yeah.
but we're really working hard at knocking down his hit points tonight.
Yeah.
What's he got?
That's gonna give him a 10.
Okay.
Because of the disadvantage.
That unfortunately is not good enough.
He's gonna make his leader money today.
And what are you using for light?
So I'm using my coin that I've cast the spell light upon, and then I'm holding it in my fist and just allowing small, beams of it to come out
All
somewhere
right.
we can see. Trying to keep it dim light,
Okay.
essentially.
He steps forward and you hear a snap of a wire that he has pushed into, in this case, a blast rings out from a small wooden box down at his shin level.
Okay.
This wooden box pops open inside a door pops open as the tripwire gets cut, and you hear this loud blast. Is he going to take any damage? Oh, he does take some damage.
Okay.
I was going to say,
It is a
do traps
thunderous-
count as
It's a thunderous blast.
hit by an attack for reaction
Some of them
purposes?
have to hit like dart attacks and stuff like that. Most of them are
Just area of
saving throws
Okay.
and stuff. You have to make either a dexterity save. In this case, each of you need to make a Constitution saving throw, or
Okay.
take 2 thunder damage.
Okay, so Kelvin.
Constitution?
Yep.
Okay.
15 for Kelvin.
All right, that's fine. It's only a 13.
Nice. 19.
Okay.
And then.
Letters for that.
Constitution. 19 or 18 for Eddie.
Okay. All right. The noise is loud, but it doesn't burst anybody's eardrums. And then have Kelvin make a dexterity saving throw,
Okay.
again of a 13.
Dex save. Oh, he's gonna. 18.
18. He ducks and rolls just as out of this box, sticky webs shoot out
Oh.
and splatter themselves against the wall.
Okay.
Right where he would have been standing, would have pinned him against the wall.
Okay.
3, 2, so he takes 5, takes half damage just getting out of the way, which is 5 bludgeoning damage.
5. Okay.
But doesn't get stuck to the wall.
That's good.
Okay, so after that, little
Pause.
shindig went down. Eddie's just gonna touch Kelvin on the shoulder and say, "Health be upon you," and cast
Salute.
cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
At first level to add back to him. 8 plus 4, so 12.
This is good.
So he gets 12 hit points back from that Cure Wounds.
All right.
All right. And then,
And then
do we feel like let's have Kelvin check for traps? I guess real quick. I don't know. Maybe me. Would that be sleight of hand, or would it be perception or investigation?
Perception. We'll do perception still, and
Yeah. Am I hearing anything after the bang?
12. Oh, actually, so he's back to full because he only had 11 damage gone. So, okay. So then, I will do perception, Eddie. Let's see. Okay. Perception check. 15.
15. You spot another. So you're going first then? Going up the head first?
Sure.
There's no other traps right here where you're at.
Uh-huh.
As you're going up there, you come to this intersection,
Mm-hmm.
and you spot another tripwire
Okay.
along the floor of each direction,
Oh, both right and left?
both right and left. And let me highlight where it goes all the way to where it turns here.
Gotcha.
Okay. And those are the only 2 directions? There's no across?
There isn't a cross, but it doesn't. It looks
doesn't have
really crumbly and
Okay.
not well dug out.
Well,
Okay.
So
it looks like going to the right might circle back to where we were based on So I will attempt to disarm the trap using my thieves' tools.
To the right.
Actually, to the left toward those.
Okay,
toward
towards
the
the
planks.
bridge?
Yeah, the bridge, because it looks like it. I don't know. Does it appear that that's more used than to the right?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good description of it.
With the
Okay,
walkway.
so-
That it looks like things are using the walkways and stuff, and this-
So I will.
Eddie notices a little bit less dust collected that direction.
Okay. So I will I'll cast guidance on myself, and
All right.
then I will make a. Is it just
Thieves'
a
tools.
Thieves' tools? So
Yep.
it's proficiency and dex, or just
Yes,
proficiency?
proficiency and dex.
Okay.
Would I be able to would I be able to identify the kind of trap on the right? I don't know how closely I'd have to
looks
look
like
at
one of
that,
these
but-
box traps again. Is that what you're asking?
Or tell the interior of it. I guess I couldn't without triggering it, right?
No, or like disassembling it or turning it
Yeah.
off or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
23 total.
Okay.
Nice.
That is enough to disconnect the wire from it without having it pop
That'll
open.
go off. All right.
And I'll just take the box.
Oh,
I'll hang on to the box. Never
Okay.
know when you need one.
sure.
It's stuck to the wall.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You won't. Let's not mess with it now, but don't let us
We'll come
forget,
back.
and we'll come
Okay.
harvest it. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll take some time when I feel like when we're less, when we have more knowledge. Let's
Yeah.
say.
Good
Okay.
idea.
So take a look down there at that hallway there.
Yes, it winds down into a larger room. Kurda says, "I remember the bridges. This feels
Familiar?
closer."
Okay. Well, you just keep giving us what you can. I will do
Right.
before I walk onto that walkway. I would like to do another perception check for more of these traps, just to make sure we're not going to run ourselves into something like that.
All
Okay.
right. Make another perception check then.
Perception. So, which dice is going to do well for me? I don't
And then
know.
just considering we've already made
10.
accidental noise.
Only a 10?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you set another one off
Okay.
as you're searching ahead for it.
Oh no.
So again, make another Constitution saving throw to
Con
start.
save?
Yep.
Okay.
For all of us.
Everybody, yeah.
Okay.
If you're staying close enough together, then yes.
Yeah.
5 for Eddie.
Move my tray closer. My dice tray.
And yeah, that's good.
Oh, 11 for Jen.
And
But I don't need his 2 keyboards right now.
18 for Kelvin.
Okay, 13 is the
Yeah.
save there.
So I believe that means Eddie failed.
So Eddie takes 4 thunder damage,
Okay.
and then have Eddie make a dex save as well.
And then a dex save.
Yeah, I failed them as well.
Okay, so 4 thunder damage.
And a dex save?
Yep.
Oh, man.
18.
18 is enough to jump out of the way of these webs. He still takes half of 8, so 4 more
4
damage.
more damage to Eddie.
Yep.
Oh, I guess I'm not that close, am I?
No, it's
Which
just the
direction's the
person.
fish?
It's just going to catch
Oh,
the
okay.
first person in line.
Okay.
The webs will.
Stick him against the wall,
Okay.
like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right. I will continue to move forward again, looking, trying to be cognizant of these traps.
All right. At this point, you, Eddie,
Uh-huh.
start to hear from the hallway in front of you. You
Okay.
start to hear one of the strangest sounds you think Eddie's probably ever heard.
Okay.
And that's it sounds like somebody walking in really wet boots, but imagine it being that they are just constantly shuffling across the floor.
Just a constant shuffle of
Yes,
wet boots.
of wet boots.
But I don't see anything moving.
No.
Okay.
It's somewhere far. It's farther up ahead of you.
Okay.
This direction. Well, let me click back to my pointer. This direction.
Okay.
Down this way.
Well,
Gotcha.
then let's continue on. Being cautious, of course, that we've got potentially people ahead of us or something ahead of us in wet boots. And again, trying to watch out for these traps.
All right. As you pass by here, you see shelves, like a pantry,
Okay.
filled with bags and things of different food. And this hallway goes down this way some more.
Just food? That's it?
It looks like bags and things of food.
Okay.
Let me move you guys down. We're going to go on to the next map.
Is there a type of food that we're seeing? Like, was it vegetarian? Was it what kind of? When you say food, it was
Sorry, it's bags and small crates labeled as different kinds of rations.
okay.
Okay.
So you would have like trail tack
Okay.
bread.
And does it
stuff
look
that,
like
or,
it's been like left here forgotten? Like it's been here for a long time?
It looks like it's been here for a long time.
Long time.
But somebody's been taking it off the shelves.
So
So
there's
they're not full.
okay.
It's staggered as things get taken off of it.
Okay.
Yeah, someone was planning on being here for
I
a
asked
very long
Kurt
time.
if he recognizes that.
Yes, he says that's the bags of food that would appear every morning
But
when we woke up.
but you wouldn't take it from here.
No, we never came down here.
Interesting. Because there's an overseer potentially. Maybe.
So I'm thinking,
Okay, so where is the next logical looking area that we should move on to? Is there one, or are we?
The
gotta
sound
make a
is coming
decision?
from straight ahead.
Yeah, we'll continue toward the sound.
All
then. It seems like a more direct.
yeah,
We can-
I keep selecting the exact same map I'm already on.
I do that all the
I love it.
I need to cut that out.
let's see.
Let's go to this map. And this one is actually lit.
Oh,
Wow.
As you come, though I'm going to rotate it. Can I do that? I sure can. For continuity's sake,
Yay.
you
A
guys
track leads
come
to a
to
track.
a track.
wow. Okay.
But I'm going to...
This was once a mine.
It appears to be so.
All right, so
They called it a mine.
We call it a mine. Well, I see a mine car. I think
there
we're
is a
going
mine
for
car.
a ride.
Just before you get to here, though, so this is a little
Yes.
awkward. You guys
Okay.
set off so many traps.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
That I expected you to be able to see better, but since you're trying to be sneaky and hide,
yeah.
we're going to imagine that you are in between. Hang on. I gotta move this back to the map later. Why do I keep doing that? You are coming through this tunnel right here, down here at the bottom. Can
Gotcha.
everybody see that? Yeah,
Yep.
okay, great.
Yep.
Stream can see it too. Up ahead, you see these tracks, but it's almost as if they are blurred out. They're just wavy and blurry.
Like they're not of this plane.
Yeah, almost. I mean, that's a good way that you might describe it.
Interesting. Could you say phantom tracks, as in Legend of Zelda? Not quite.
Let's see if any of you would have experienced something like this before. Have any of you spent any time down below the ground anywhere in your history?
Eddie wouldn't have. I mean, he's basically just been to Freeholm and then this trip here. So
Okay.
that would only be then up to Kelvin if he had. which I don't know his time in the mountains, learning to be a mountain ranger. Would that give him any specialty?
No,
Jen-
I don't think so.
Okay.
Jin might have seen something like this near form,
Okay. Then
but he did not spend very much time there. So
Yeah, would it be if he's been through form, would it be something that would be in form?
not in the city itself.
No.
This is just an underground kind of deal here. So the only thing that I'm going to give you guys is that Kurdath says, "Oh, it's the wall,"
Oh, where's the wall?
and he starts going up towards it, toward down the hall,
Uh-huh.
and he puts his hand out and slaps really quickly. Tries to slap something in the middle of the hallway,
Okay.
and you see a ripple go out from where he slaps.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, the
Nice.
wall's back, and he slaps it a couple more times, and just as he slaps it the third time, suddenly his hand starts to go through and turns blurry,
Okay.
and then he is yanked
Ah.
I chase
that
that.
direction.
I wouldn't even
Yeah.
hesitate. I'm just gonna dive in
Neither
after
at this
him.
point.
He yells and screams as he gets pulled into this transparent gelatinous cube.
Oh,
Oh no!
well, I
That's
said I
not
followed
a
him.
wall.
So yeah, typically you'd have to make a DC Wisdom 15 check. So Eddie was able to detect it
Okay.
for whatever it was,
Okay.
just from your passive perception.
Okay, I see.
I just like to remind you that I am taking into account Eddie's passive perception.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's because we were looking through it.
Yes.
I got you.
So you were looking through it and seeing what's on the other side of it,
Uh-huh.
and seeing these tracks and whatnot. But
How big is this thing?
it takes up the entire. It's 10 feet by
Dang.
10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And not only is it pulling Kurdath in,
Mm-hmm.
but now that you can see where it's at, it's also appearing to move closer to you.
Okay.
So let's roll for initiative.
Excellent.
I love gelatinous cubes. They're one of my favorite things. It's going on a 6.
Got a.
And he has a 10.
I got a 10.
Okay.
And Kelvin has a much higher, I believe. 18. So Kelvin then will be the first one to react, and he will grab Kurdath and try to yank him out.
Okay. Have him make a Dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw?
Yep.
Okay. 19.
19 is good enough. That's fast enough to grab Kurdath's ankle just before he's fully engulfed
Mm-hmm.
by it. And he yanks. It needs to make a 12 strength check.
With athletics?
Yes,
Okay.
just a regular strength check, actually.
Oh, so just his plus his strength.
Well,
Okay.
he's not engulfed completely, so he still has some place to get some. He can make an athletics check.
Athletics?
Okay. You talked me into it.
19.
All
I'll
right.
take it, yeah.
He pulls him out. Kurdath has taken, just for your guys' reference, a lot of acid damage,
Okay.
and his skin is like bubbling almost on his scales,
Okay.
and he is gasping for air. He is not doing well.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to say, whichever of us wants to go first, we're going to heal the kid.
Yeah.
And then melt the cube.
Yeah.
Or freeze the cube.
Yeah, for sure. I guess we both had the same, right? So
Yep.
whatever you want to do, I'm fine with.
If you want to heal him, I'll freeze the cube.
Sure.
Freeze
Okay.
that cube
So
shut.
I will cast. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at second level.
All right.
So that's 2d8 plus 4. So this is on to 14
14.
healing
Okay.
Nice.
to Kurdath.
He's looking much better now,
Okay.
and is crawling back away down the.
Yeah. And I will impose myself
Ugh.
between him and the
hallway.
gelatinous cube as soon as he's healed and out of the way a little bit.
All right.
Yep. And then, just stand as close to that thing as I dare to, and Rhymes Blinding Ice this thing at 3rd level.
What's the range on that? Like, how close do you have to get to it?
Well, it's a 30-foot, but
Okay.
I figure we're a little closer to that. But
I mean, you've got the whole hallway behind you. Obviously, on this map, you can't really
Yeah,
see it much.
sure.
But
Sure. So
Yeah,
he
get
needs
that
to
back
make a Constitution 15 or be frozen in place, and then it's 4d8 damage.
cubes make Constitution checks? Oh, they sure do.
Yeah,
They make them pretty well, too.
yeah, I figure
13. What does he need?
15.
Okay.
Yeah, nice frozen block is what we need. Failed save. Hindered for a minute or until it takes a turn to break the ice.
Okay.
So we got triple fives, 15, 17 ice damage.
17 ice damage. Got it.
Couldn't freeze the water, but I'm gonna freeze a cube.
Oh, somebody's asking about the stream.
Is there a problem with the stream?
Nope. Yeah, somebody's asking, they're at the Lehigh store and asking about how to be on it. Hey,
Oh.
hope it's good.
You totally
Yeah.
should.
That was like 8 minutes
Definitely.
ago, though, so if you're still there, then great. You can email us at dragonskeeptv@gmail.com. All right. The gelatinous cube has ice form on its edges. You can see where it's touching the ends of the wall, and it slows it down slightly. What can it move? How far can it move if it's hindered?
Is hindered for a minute or until it uses an action to break away from the
Oh,
ice.
okay.
So yeah.
So does it mean it
I don't
can't
know,
move or
hindered-
Nice
hindered?
and 0 speed.
Oh, 0 speed.
Okay, 0
Okay.
speed. There we go.
Yeah.
Like, hindered's not a status. They're just making that stuff up now.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. All right, so it cannot move until it actually makes an action to break away from it. Great.
Yep.
It will do that on its turn, but I think Eddie's gone, Kelvin's gone, Jin's gone. Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It will surge forward. Does it have to roll to do it, or just spend its action doing
Nope, just spend its action doing it, yeah.
it? All right.
Just a crunch.
You've slowed it down briefly, but it cracks through the ice and keeps coming closer to you, undulating and waving as it does so. Then it will move 15 feet closer to you, pushing you guys back another 15 feet down the hall.
Okay.
Okay.
And it does not get any extra attacks or anything, so we're back to Kelvin.
Okay. So Kelvin is now going to. I don't know how Hunter's Mark works exactly.
This is a bonus action,
Just a
and
bonus
he just
action.
declares it on whatever he wants to, and
Okay.
I'll give him some bonus damage.
Okay, so he will do that, and then he will use his 2 short swords to make an attack. I'm trying to, actually, he'll just use his magic short sword, rather.
Okay.
I don't want to do damage to his other one, so he'll just take an attack with his short sword. So,
Let's see if I can get the hallway back here for you.
19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. And let's do 1d6 plus the Hunter's Mark, which is another d6. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
It might be D8.
Let me go look. Let me see if I can find it. Attack. No.
Stop snapping.
Features and traits.
Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Slayer's Parade's d6.
D6, okay.
Okay. So it will do 6 plus another 5, so 11 points of slashing damage.
All right. He slashes into it, and it cuts into it like jello. And it barely seems to slow it down as it keeps moving towards you. But little drops of it fall to the ground, getting carved out of it.
Yeah.
Is using a sword?
Yeah. It's a +1 short sword. So.
Okay. His sword steams as he runs it through. And as the little drops fall off of it, these little jello drops fall off of it, you can see little steam marks and pits start to form on his sword.
Okay.
All right, Eddie.
Okay, so Eddie will reach into one of his pockets and pull out a kind of like almost looks like a glowing handful of coins, and he tosses them up in the air, and they fall and hit the ground, and as each one of them hit the ground, they actually kind of morph from a coin to green clover, some pink hearts, some orange stars, some yellow moons, and they all start to swarm around. And now the cube will need to do a save.
It's going to fail. What is it?
It's a 15 whiz.
I don't think it has any wisdom. Let's look.
Okay.
That'd be fantastic.
It's got a -2 on its wisdom.
Okay. As my spirit guardian.
It gets a 14. It rolled a 16.
Oh, wow. 14. Jeez. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it takes...
This shows that anybody's got a chance.
Yeah, that's
even,
right.
Even gelatinous
Even
cubes
gelatinous
against a
cubes.
wisdom save.
3d8 radiant damage.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Nice.
Something like that.
14 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And that is... Okay, so they flit around me in a distance of 15 feet for the duration. So every turn that it remains within 15 feet of me, it will continue to have to deal with that.
Great.
So.
That's awesome.
Well, it's not going anywhere.
Okay.
That case is up to 40.
At least this isn't a demon wall, and at least we have a place to run away from, so
Yeah.
should worst come to worst.
And that was an action, and then do I have a bonus action? No, I don't. Okay. And that will be it.
All right. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. You guys make me work for trying to do all this stuff in between maps. That was my fatal mistake.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Hallway map.
Wow.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah.
All right.
That's actually really good.
And let's see if I can get one more thing in here. Come on. Boom. There's our cube.
Ew.
There better not be any dragonborn bodies in there.
Oh, there will be.
I was going to say, now I'm not so sure there aren't.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It continues to chase you down the hall, and Jin's turn.
Frosty time. Okay. Yep, and then I'm going to burn off my last
And
third level.
it's affected creatures, its area, its speed is halved.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
that's
good.
good to know. Yep, and then a third
Half
level Binding Ice once again. And it has to make a Constitution 15.
Okay. It is good at Constitution. It's got a 24.
Yeah. Okay, so it takes half of 4d8.
All right.
6, 7, 8, 10, 12, and 6 damage.
6.
Yeah.
That's the half?
Yep.
All right. And is it stuck again?
It is not.
Okay.
At the start of his turn, it has to make that saving throw again.
All right. Wisdom save. This time I rolled 16 again. I'm rolling really good if he doesn't have a -2.
Yeah, no kidding. So it takes another 17 points of radiant damage
Jeez.
as it begins its turn as the little stars and hearts and just like slamming all over it.
Shooting stars.
Crazy.
Love it.
There's even a purple horseshoe in there. Every once in a
Yeah.
while you see in a red balloon.
He
And
said 17.
You see a cereal mascot, it just kind of roll off to one
yeah,
side.
yeah.
All right. He slides up next to Eddie and is going to try and engulf you.
Okay. Go for it.
He makes an attack with a pseudopod that just whips out.
Okay.
It tries to just suck you on the head.
Okay.
Oof.
Like you guys see King Kong, the one with Jack Black. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff,
Uh-huh.
when they're
Yeah.
fighting all the insects,
Uh-huh.
and one of the suckers just comes down and like grabs the guy in the head.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So like that. Oh, and he got a crit.
Oh, great.
Oh, no. I was going to say dragon
great.
wings, but yeah.
Right there.
Mm.
66 acid damage just comes down right on your head.
Oh, gosh.
7, and 9.
9 damage total?
No, that's 23 damage total.
Okay.
Ouch.
Eddie screams. Okay.
And it's holding you there as it's slowly inching now
I need
towards
to
you, trying to
make-
engulf you completely.
And I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, to
For-
keep your ability up.
Was it 23 total? So
Yes.
I need to roll half of that, which would be
You're looking at 12.
12 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, keep your concentration, dude. The plus 3. 20.
All right. Your little charms start flittering around your head frantically
Mhm.
as it actually just drops you to the ground and starts dragging you by the head back towards it.
Okay.
Oh, that's the worst.
And we'll go back to Kelvin's first, I think.
Yes, Kelvin
Yeah.
is going to, as he sees things getting more serious here,
Cut off the temporal.
he is going to, well, none of that'll, I mean, spike growth, but I don't know how much it's going to move here, so he will take another attack at it with a short sword. I
All right.
just don't know what else to do, so. And then using his Hunter's Mark, or I guess it's not Hunter's Mark, it's something else, whatever it's called. So that would be a what? Plus, I think it's plus 8 for him, okay. 16.
Okay. That's a hit.
That's a hit, and then he does a 2d6 plus 5. 7 plus another 5 is 12. Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah, 12. 12 points of slashing damage.
All right. He slashes at it again, and again it takes some chunks out of it. Is he going to try and free Eddie, or what's the...
Actually, does he have 2 attacks now with 5th level?
That's a great question.
I believe that he does.
Or is it-
Does he get
I think
multi-attack
it-
at 5th
yeah,
level?
if it's not 5th,
Attacks
it's 6.
per action 2.
Yes, he does. Okay,
Yes.
so he'll... I guess he'll take the other
Yeah.
attack action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus he has 2 weapon fighting. If he wants to use both short swords, he can use a bonus action this time
Mm-hmm.
to... make a
Yeah,
third
he'll
attack.
probably have to do that because we need to do as much damage as we can here. So here comes the second attack, a natural 1, and then the bonus attack, which is going to be with the offhand
Yep.
and short sword, a regular 10.
It's only a 6. So
Oh, okay.
anything hits it.
Anything,
It's a giant wall.
not a 1 doesn't hit
Not
it.
a wall hit, that's true.
So he'll do.
A wall is not gonna hit it.
This time he does the Slayer's Prey do on every attack or only once per turn?
I believe it's once per turn if he's already used it.
First time, yeah,
the
first time. So
he
it's
hits
just D6 and without any modifier, right? Unless
He does have 2 weapon
He has 2
fighting,
weapons,
so he
okay,
gets
so he does get it.
plus 4.
So 7 more damage
7 more. Okay.
with his standard short sword.
All right. He is just slicing it. Just I mean, just Drax style, just going at it.
Mm-hmm,
And you see just a little spittle of cube flying all
Can
over
we
the
make
place.
any estimation on how much damage it's taken? Or
So it's no, I mean it doesn't look like
it's not an
it doesn't look burnt. It doesn't look.
Is it still a non-Euclidean liquid?
Yeah,
or?
it's it seems to be. I mean, it's 10 feet by 10 feet, and so any stuff you're carving out of it just gets filled up again, and you really can't see through to you can't see the end to see if it's gotten any shorter or anything necessarily.
Okay.
So you.
So yeah, that's
All right, Eddie.
okay. So now it's Eddie's turn.
Yep.
Okay, so now that's going. Eddie will.
Let me tell you Eddie's options here.
Yeah. What can he do? I guess
He is going to get engulfed next turn.
Okay. Unless
he can make a strength check of a 12
Okay.
to, as an action, to get away from this thing,
Okay.
and then use his move to get far enough away that it can't. And it's
Okay.
half move right now, so it's only moving like 8 feet anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Just a regular move will get you back away from it.
Okay.
So you decide how far away you want to go that your lucky charms are still
Yeah. I have to
hurting
see-
it.
I can. Yeah. I can. I'm
But
going
a
to try to
12,
move.
a 12 will get you out of its grasp.
A 12 will get me out of the grass.
Yeah.
Well, I will go ahead and give that a shot. 15.
All right.
That's good.
You
Actually 14, because
Okay.
he has a -1 strength, but still.
you pull your head out and gasp for air
Okay.
and start crawling back towards away from it a little bit.
Mhm.
How far do you go?
I'm going to go, I'll go ahead and go 15 feet. So as soon as it moves forward again,
Yeah.
and then it hits the Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
And that would I have a bonus action still? Or did that take
Nope, that's
My-
just your action and your move.
my action and my move? Okay,
Yes.
so I will take a bonus action, and I will cast Spiritual Weapon. So I will throw my coin out there, and a Spiritual Weapon will zip up to it and try to make a strike.
All right. So
Mhm.
6 AC.
As it keeps going, that's going to be 19 hit, and then
Yep.
it does D8 plus 4. So another 11
11.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah. A radiant as the spiritual weapon slams into it.
It just boom flat against it.
Okay.
And starts just churning inside of it.
Right. I like that.
And the cube moves forward on its turn and just engulfs your spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And tries to also engulf Kelvin.
So
but at the start of its turn,
sorry,
or at its move. Oh, I skipped Jin. Sorry, Jin.
Yeah.
Can I
Freeze it.
freeze it one more time just
Yeah,
to see
if
if
you
I
can get
can?
him to stop moving, that would be great.
Yeah.
Kelvin would appreciate that, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So Constitution 15.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's me. It's cocked. 17. So he's got a 22.
Yep. Okay. So.
All right, tell me how much damage again from the spiritual weapon.
3d8.
It was 11, right?
So, okay, plus 11. Oh, I can do pluses? Great. Thanks,
And
computers.
And it takes, is it rounded down or rounded up damage?
It's rounded up.
Rounded
Rounded
up.
damage is rounded down.
Okay. 3. 3 ice damage.
3 ice damage.
Yep. And then to bonus action here real quick. Bonus action, I'm going to telekinetically shove this thing 30 feet back.
Oh, okay.
If I can.
Yeah.
It's
What's it have to do?
It's actually, yeah, it's just telekinetic. It's basically using my mage hand to telekinetically shove it 30 feet back, and it has to succeed on a 15 strength to resist it.
6.
Yes.
Sweet.
Shove.
Back 30 feet. I like that.
Jedi force push.
Very
Okay.
nice. Good job.
Don't want that anymore.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30. You push it all the way back back towards where the rails and stuff are at,
Yep, yep.
and Kelvin thanks you
Yes.
for getting it away from him.
Yes. Now it's its turn again?
Yep. So it's still slowed, so it's only coming forward.
How far?
Call it 10 feet, but it's
Okay.
really like 8.
Cool.
And there's nothing next to it, so we'll move again. There you go.
Okay. And now it's Kelvin's turn.
Now it's Calvin's turn again.
So now Kelvin is done being up close to this thing.
Okay.
So he is going to cast Spike Growth
Oh, yeah.
underneath it,
Right.
Yes.
beginning right at his feet and kind of just encompassing it.
Let the blender begin.
Actually, no, he's going to step back 10 feet and then cast it so that it has 5, 10, 15 feet of Spike Growth in front of it.
Oh, okay.
And then that would put it, so if he did that, right there, yeah, and then he'll cast the Spike Growth right in front of him.
10, 15.
And the
Okay.
Spike Growth area is 20-foot radius, so it's a 40-foot, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, so it goes all the way back to the tracks.
Yeah.
And that, I believe, is his action for the turn.
I missed it. Hang on. Let me undo that. Can I just undo?
Problem
No,
is,
of course
I
not.
don't know how strong
You can just delete
slime
if you
are.
if you select it. Then you can, but be careful because you can delete the whole map if you're on the wrong
Ah,
layer.
No.
Yeah, you have to put your pointer on. I hate that
There's
so
still
much.
drawings.
I know it's because you click I gotta select and then you start selecting and it just keeps drawing more. I do it all the time.
Is it on the GM info overlay? No. I don't know what layer it's on. Okay. We'll just clear the drawings.
There you go.
We'll just do that. Because I needed to start this way more. All right. Spiky growth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how much damage does the spike growth do? Assume that it misses its dexterity
it-
saving throw.
Well, so it actually doesn't take any damage until it attempts to move.
Oh, okay.
So this is how it works. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration.
Right.
When a creature moves into or within the area. Okay. So would it be into the area at casting if you cast under it?
Typically, yes, they have to make
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So it actually doesn't make any saves. It just takes 2d4 damage for every 5 feet it travels. So I would imagine
Oh, okay. If
2d4
there's not
to
a save,
begin.
then we'll call it when it moves.
When it
then.
moves, yeah, that's what I would assume.
Yeah.
That would assume.
Okay.
How many times do you do that telekinetic push?
Many times.
Okay, good. Sweet. As Eddie's sitting there,
The cheese.
I can't take another. I cannot go toe to toe with that thing again.
Yeah. My only concern is I don't know how strong slimes are. So.
All right, Eddie.
Okay, so Eddie is going to take that moment to.
This thing has a lot of gumption. So.
Yeah, I don't want to try to get any closer. The Spirit Guardians can just do their job when he gets closer. So 5, 10, 15, yeah. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
Yeah.
at second level on myself.
Got it. Smart.
So now I'm at a second level spell slots.
How much did Eddie like his hair before?
It's a good haircut now.
Oh, okay.
It's a good haircut now. So
It's
here
a
comes
style
Cure
now.
Wounds. 8 plus 4, 12. So I get
All right.
12 hit points back.
How much of that 12 are you going to use to regrow the bald spot that's on the top of the head?
I'll let the bald spot
Okay.
stand. I don't know. I'm not a vain person.
All right, Jin.
He is now Brother Eddie.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so
Still.
let's see.
Barely half hit points.
You can only do one bonus action per turn, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. So.
Well, no, hold on. You can do 2 bonus actions if they're both allowed if you use your action for the bonus action. You can always
Is that
do.
right?
You can always use it. You can
You can
always
use your action for a move or a bonus action. Yeah.
Right. You can use it as a bonus. Your action you can use a bonus action
Okay.
for.
However, you can only cast one cantrip
Yes.
per turn.
You
So-
can one leveled spell and a cantrip.
Yes,
Right.
correct.
Yeah. So if you have a
Okay.
I oftentimes will do because I can use my never mind. Amy, you go ahead.
You can't
Yeah,
double
yeah,
cast a
yeah.
cantrip. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
as a
yeah.
bonus action and a regular action.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so let's see. No, that's another Constitution. Don't want that. I got lots of Constitutions. So I think I'm just going to keep up with this cheese grater idea. So
Yeah.
I'll just push this thing back
All right.
one more time, and it's a strength saving of 15.
Oh, it got I think a 15. Let me see what plus is. Plus 2. Yeah, I got a 15 this time.
Okay. So in that case, then I will then use gust and try and force wind this thing back.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if gust can do that. Oh, it's a medium or smaller creature.
This
is a
one's
medium
large.
creature.
Yeah.
In that case,
I mean, it is kind of like a big sail.
You
Just
know
to
what? Cast
argue.
it. Cast it.
That's
If you
true.
can roll high enough,
okay.
we'll see what it
okay.
does.
Technically, it's a strength
Kelvin's been
15,
slashing away at it a
but
bunch.
I'll roll for this. We'll see.
right.
We'll see what happens. That is a 17 plus modifiers force 21.
It's just a hit, or is that?
Yeah, just a hit.
Okay, yeah.
Gust.
All right. 21. You push it back half the distance of whatever gust would normally do.
Okay, which is actually just pushes it back 5 feet. So
So
All right. So it takes 2d4.
2d4.
yeah.
Unless you're going to rule that it covers 10 feet area. So now, I mean, I'm
And it
just
catches
saying.
the full
No,
sail.
I can't. I'm just teasing. I'm just
It's
teasing.
getting pretty down there.
I'm gaining.
Go ahead, go ahead.
4 damage from
4
spike
damage.
growth.
All right.
Yeah.
That's not enough. Let's see if it
It's
can kill
only 5
itself.
feet.
I'm icing and winding and pushing.
All right. But then roll it again as it moves forward.
How many feet?
Again, just 5 feet
Just
forward.
5 feet forward. Another 5 damage.
Okay. And then one more time as it continues to try and go forward.
5 more damage.
Oh, 80 total. There we go. All right.
Finally dissipates.
It
Finally shreds.
you can see this trail of slime eating through the thorns and the
Oh, I didn't hit it with my spiritual weapon.
and everything. Oh yeah, and your spiritual weapon.
It's fine. If
Okay.
it's dead, I'm all good. That's fine.
And it finally loses its shape and just collapses into a puddle and starts dissipating across the floor. It runs up close to you, and you have to back up a little bit as the acid starts burning into the floor and leaving
Yep, yep.
etchings and marks as it just steams up from the floor of the cavern.
You
And
okay?
we'll go ahead and end that tonight.
Okay.
Is Eddie alive?
Yeah.
How's Eddie doing?
I'm at half, so
Okay.
I'm good. And I still have like 4 first level spells, so I can
Okay,
I can do
that's
a bit of
good.
healing, and I have a 3rd level spell still.
That's
so I think the kid probably needs more healing as well, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'm expended on high slots, so.
Yeah, I just have that 1 3rd level left.
All right. You guys have met and defeated the clear wall. That what did he call it? The squishy wall.
Yeah. Squishy wall.
Kurdat's
gooey
squishy
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
The gooey wall.
You gave us plenty of hints. I'm too dense to pick up on any of them. So thank you.
I appreciate that your character wouldn't have known it anyway.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
I definitely would
You know, there was just little treats for the watchers who knew what was coming up. There you go.
Because when you see like images of the slime, there's always something in the slime to tell you that the slime
Yes.
is there. But in all honesty, everything
It dissolved
inside is
it.
probably
It should have dissolved
So,
it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, did it have any magical items potentially inside?
That it
Those
hasn't
wouldn't
dissolved
dissolve.
yet.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll think about that and see what.
Okay.
Let's
What
see what
they
we got
do.
on the inside. I was going to say, I've got an herbalism
Oh,
kit.
there's some
Would
nice
it have
lore in
any
there.
glass vials that could hold samples of gelatinous cube?
Yes.
Somebody blows their nose and you want to keep it.
You
That's
never
basically
know.
what we're looking at.
You never know when acid or block, you know, it's just like...
Okay. Well, thanks everybody. We appreciate you being here tonight. We're Dragons Keep TV, and we're having fun playing together here in the basement of Dragons Keep in Orem. If you are interested in playing with us, then check us out. Come to the store and ask about the stream, or just email us at dragonskeeptv@gmail.com. Appreciate the people that have emailed us tonight, even. Well, I've watched we've gotten 2 emails tonight, even, and we're excited for that.
We really do love visitors. It's
Yeah.
awesome to have new people. It's always fun to get some chemistry and see new characters.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've got a
so,
couple more people I'm working on getting in, and even if it's just for one night, come in and hang out with us. If you'd like to play with us more long term, then go catch up on some of our old streams on YouTube and see if you really like us or not.
And that's the predetermined. If you haven't watched everything, you know, just kidding.
Oh, I've got to start doing
It's
it
good,
now.
I swear.
Then. It's going to
Yeah.
get longer and longer. All right. Thanks, everybody, and we will see you next time.